that shit again. Hey swimmers, and welcome back in the water for a new shark movie review. And this time, before starting, I want to thank the new subscribers, and I'm grateful with my assistant Sharky here that people are nice. I'm just starting and improving and trying new stuff, so it's cool. And so let's get to it. The shark movie I'll be reviewing today is called Swamp Shark, from the same director who directed Ghost Shark, which I reviewed before. So let's take a look at the plot of Swamp Shark. On a remote patch of swamp, an illegal animal smuggling deal goes bad and a vicious creature is released into the river. Meanwhile, at the Broussard family-owned gator shed restaurant, a disgruntled customer and their whole pen of gators are mangled to bits by whatever has gotten loose. In the commotion, Rachel Broussard, the head of the clan, catches a glimpse of a massive, armored shark. The crooked town sheriff pins the death that piled up on the Broussard's escape pack of gators, when he's the one who brokered the shark deal to begin with. Unwilling to go down without a fight, Rachel and her family, with the help of a mysterious stranger named Charlie, take on the Swamp Shark in order to clear their names, save the restaurant, and prevent the unwitting folds at the upcoming Gator Fest from being torn to shreds. So the shark design. The shark being the core of this genre, this is the main element which we don't want to see slapdash for sure. Here it's not a great white shark, and it's absolutely not looking like the Mako type of shark that the poster actually features, but it's fin looking like batwing, so what the fuck? And as a matter of fact, the shark looks uncommon for a 2010 movie. It's a pretty weird aspect, but its red teeth and its kind of greenish armored skin. Well, anyway, the most important is that the shark is not some bad CGI, so it's a practical look I'll definitely prefer. There's also a CGI gator at some point in the film, which is here, I guess, to deceive us and think that the shark is going to attack the deputy. Finally, the swamp shark is not to be seen a lot in this film, which is okay as long as the characters are likable enough and as long as the atmosphere is enjoyable. Yet it would have been cool to see this gator eater devouring a gator and have some cool effects. Well, I'm pretty sure that's something that could have been done in this movie. Well, Swamp Shark obviously displays some Jaws references, such as the opening scene with the party by the lake, music and harmonica playing, teenagers drinking in the sun and doing stupid crazy shit. All this echoes to the opening in Jaws. Got the same elements. The dark. You got another scene with Ben Gardner's boat when the shitty harpooner finds the victim's body, just like Brody in Jaws 2. And there's another scene where the shark is killed by explosion of an oxygen tank in his mouth, and the line, "Come on, you son of a bitch," which is more than obvious. So it's clearly impossible not to mention Jaws, as it is the Bible of shark movies. So, should you see Swamp Shark? And my answer is yes, definitely. For the shark exploitation, it's quite a good movie. And let's go right now to the matters worthy of note. First of all, the music is pretty decent. Got some kind of Spanish rock in the opening scene with Zydeco, Cajun music, which is quite uncommon for this kind of movies. Related to the Gator Shed restaurants, you are placed in some kind of great atmosphere from the country in Louisiana, which is quite enjoyable. The opening credits are well shot and well edited. We got some alligators and the landscape. Really fits the music. From the beginning, it's gonna be entertaining, And the atmosphere was very different from other shark movies I've seen. Because of the swamp, the marshland landscapes, the new surrounding Louisiana, it's surprisingly unusual for a shark movie, and also cleverly mixes with the crocodile movie genre. And the movie is successful because the group of friends which is presented is likable. We barely see the shark in Swamp Shark. The Swamp Shark, you don't have much of it. But the film successfully decent thanks to this group of characters, and they are likable and funny, entertaining people. There's even a nice customer later joining them and gets his harpoon to help the friends hunt the shark. And we learn even later that the guy is an agent investigating about the smuggling. So what's cool in the movie is that the characters are given more life than expected in such crappy movies most of the time. Another positive aspect of the movie is the good practical props and effects that are more present than crappy CGI effects, which is cool, like the old-fashioned way, but sometimes it's a bit awkwardly done, but this is what is cool actually for a 2010 movie. That's great. Not much CGI. There is CGI, but the practical effects are great. So you still got the tropes of the horny teenagers. They get on a boat and cleverly enough, after taking topless pictures, the girl wants to be taken back while the black guy Marcus still want to fuck her, but they want to fuck her even if there's a shark in the water, because that's a great scene where you see in the background of the photograph you see the shark fin. So it's not directly done. It's not a direct attack. So it's logically rooted in the Puritan story of those movies, slasher-like background where you got those teenagers. They want to have sex and they get punished. So in a way, I might do a video on that. The shark movies are related to slasher movies because some youngsters interested in the flesh get punished by the shark. But here Marcus is the one who gets divorced. This idea of Puritanism is reinforced later when you have the deputy. You got this deputy, you got a black guy. I'm insisting on the black guy. Later I do in the death, the kills of the movie. The black characters die first. Which is, allow me to talk about it, but to me it's something relevant. So later I was saying that there's that deputy who is looking through his binoculars to see two youngsters making out, and this voyeurism immediately causes his death because the swamp shark, jumps out of the water and bites him into two, I guess. I don't remember exactly, but gets killed. So it's a matter worthy of note, once again, which is, I rarely hear about that Puritan aspect of the shark movie. And in this movie, the disruptive element is not the shark per se. It's man's fault if people are getting killed. The greedy sheriff is responsible. He brought the animal to the swamp. So in this flick, the shark symbolizes man's mistake and money grubbing rather than the nature's revenge, which is quite cool in a way. The death of the shark is interesting, it's original, it gets killed in a propeller. I'll get back to this later. On land, not in the water. That was well thought to conclude this humble movie. This movie doesn't rely exclusively on gore, and the kills are not spectacular on the whole, but it works because of the atmosphere, the character, the music, and the occasional jokes. So, in a way, it's a pretty watchable B-movie in the killer animal subgenre. Overall fun and far from the underdeveloped annoying characters usually found in such films. So there's a video on YouTube about some guy named James Rolfe. He put this movie in his top 40 shitty shark movies, he calls them. But in my opinion, it's not the worst shark movies I've seen. So, now, let's get to the laughable part of the movie. Or, as some would say, the flaws, which are quite comical, I guess. In my opinion, they are comical.
How you like me now?
Do something!
How you like me now?
Don't make me hurt you.
Come on! Ah! You gonna chill? No, I'm cool. You gonna chill? I'm cool, man.
So, what is laughable in Swamp Shark? First, the premise can be seen as totally idiotic, where a crooked sheriff is smuggling illegal exotic animals. You say, what the fuck? This is the reason the swamp shark arrived, because of smuggling a shark in a big truck. What the fuck? But it's funny in a way. Never seen that. Let's straight kill a shark. Raging shark. Well, when the group first sees the shark together, they're three unarmed, but they can't shoot for shit, which is quite funny in a way. As the shark races towards them, they are three, they got weapons, and they can't even shoot him. Especially when 2 scenes before, you saw the guy with the harpoon shooting like a god, and now he just doesn't shoot at all. What the fuck?
Yeah.
See? Oh my God. Didn't even flinch! Got it!
No folks give on. The most reactive man on earth. After what was crazy in this movie? Flawed. Some scenario choices are quite strange, like, why do you kill the jealous boyfriend? This guy wanna fight, but jealous but funny. Why do you choose to kill that one and you leave the useless, pitching girl, leave later the youngster? Because this guy was actually the only likable character to get killed. So it's a shame. It was funny. Another scene which is quite crazy is when the shark spits out the oxygen tank into the face of the responsible, of the guy who smuggled in the beginning. You got the shark spitting out the tank in his motherfucking face. So how epic is that scene? We could love the shark for doing this, actually. Let's not kill the sharky. The shark is a punisher. The shark can attack directly and blowing that shit on people, targeting people on land. The ending is also epic when the shark problem is solved in basically 2 fucking minutes, when the 2 buddies throw their bait in the shark's mouth and gets cut into pieces in a fucking propeller on land. Well, challenge you to see something more original in the shark movie, Kill, for the kill of the shark. That was quite inventive in a way. Some inconsistent stuff going around again in the last scenes. The deputy spots the sharks, and spots the shark. There's a fist, the gator fist or something, I guess, and he starts screaming, "Shark! Shark!" And everybody seems stunned, even the people who were aware of it, whereas they just had to cope with the bad motherfucker. Everybody is terrified, but they were expecting that, especially the harpooner guy. So it's not relevant, it's not consistent here. And I like the idea that then in the ending you got the two buddies, they drop a full bucket of meat into a shark mouth, and the harpooner, the awkward guy, cuts his palm in order to draw the shark's attention. I mean, they just dropped the fucking bucket of meat, large pieces of meat in the water. The shark took it, and the guy cuts his palm to have a few drippings of blood. What the hell? So it was the laughable items in Swamp Shark. Now let's get to the stereotypes that are often to be seen in shark movies and slasher movies. So let's go for them. So stereotypes can be hard to get rid of, and there are stereotypes in Swamp Shark. The drunkard gets killed first, just like in 80s slasher movies. The guy drinks alcohol, completely wasted, and gets killed first, and he's a black character. You got the stereotype, the cliche of the big guy, Asian, geeky Asian guy, kind of friend-zoned, secretly having a crush on his sexy co-worker, but he's a nice guy. You got the good character, so the shark, but he isn't taken seriously, but turns out to be a female warrior, as she grabs a rifle and goes hunting. And this is what's cool about Swamp Shark. Got this strong figure of Kristy Swanson, which I don't know about Buffy, but she's a female warrior. And it's funny in a way, but we got that. It's original. We got the brainless, topless youngsters making out on a boat, the bikini. I put some DVDs here about shark movies, and what would be a shark movie without girls in bikinis? It's erotic. I'll study that later, I guess. It's all about the animal, the beauty and the beast. So this is a cliche of the movie, just like in slasher movies. Once again, adults are the youngsters' opponents, the trope. And when I'll deal right now with the kill counts, I'll talk about the black characters' roles, because they go first. They get killed first. So let's finish with the kill counts. So let's talk about the kill count now. I say no, Sharky. Well, the kill count. So, the number of the kill count is actually 8. 8 people gets killed by the shark. First one being the black drunk customer gets eaten at night. Second, Marcus, another black guy, gets eaten by the jumping shark. His ripped remains will be found by another character later. Third victim. Marcus' girlfriend gets eaten shortly after him while trying to swim away. And this is what I call a lazy kill scene, with no effort from the filmmaker. The fourth is the deputy gets his head bitten off by the flying shark in a great scene, and he's another black character. Number 5 is the douche who didn't listen to Crystal, aka the first white victim after a failed swimming race. His death is lousy, we just see blood on the water, another lazy kill scene. The sixth is the second douchebag gets dragged down in the water and killed in a pointless scene. We don't give a fuck, it's not scary. This kill tries to have some suspenseful revealing of the shark, but it's a mess. So far the kill is quite a disappointing movie. And there are not memorable ones. 7. The jealous boyfriend gets eaten by a practical shark, which is more enjoyable. But at the same time it's a shame because this guy was great. It was funny. See the extract when he want to fight. It's too bad he gets killed. He was a funny guy. And the last death is the sheriff's death, who gets a great kill at last. Quite realistic for sure. I think that the other crooked man who was smuggling with him could have had a memorable funny death too, because he got knocked by the oxygen tank that the sharks spits out, but I was expecting something more glorious with that motherfucker, because you just get arrested and that's all. So Swamp Shark, quite an entertaining movie. It's not the level of a great, interesting shark movie who makes you think, but it's funny. There are some tropes I just shown in the video, stereotypes, successful stuff, and Swamp Shark, I advise you to watch it. So thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next review. Bye.
Oh.